Hey guys, welcome to Callous Fight Night. For a minute here, it looked like this match wasn't going to get played at all. They rescheduled, and then they rescheduled again, and they were not seeing eye to eye on a time where they could play. I don't know what the fuck time it is for Golden Sun right now. I think it's some stupid, unholy time in the morning. But they seem to have found a time to play, which I appreciate. So here we are. Finally, Fight Night is happening today. They are getting their game done. It would have been the first Fight Night that just outright didn't get played, so that would have been unfortunate. February Stars, that's Golden Sun. He's our defending champ. He's on the bottom. Our challenger top side is Gorgie with a Jinx, and he's got a lovely kiss and then an Ice Beam. Uh-oh, mean looking Ice Beam, not generally on the same set. Do we have a Parish Trapper? We sure do, but it's interesting that he has Ice Beam and that he doesn't have any way to protect himself. He doesn't have Sub, he doesn't have Protect. Generally, a Parish Trapper would have something along those lines, but he's relying solely on the sleep, and I guess the Ice Beam was thinking something would switch. Weird set for Gorgie. I don't know if this is a good set or if this is going to work, but I mean, Golden Sun's got to be nervous, right? We don't know what kind of lax it is. With it being a lead lax, this all might just be for nothing. This all might just be one big trade. If the lax self-destructs on something, if you want to go even further with it, maybe Gorgie anticipates that and he lets it self-destruct into, a Fori, a T-Tower, a Gengar, whatever. But Golden Sun's going to be a little bit nervous about if he doesn't wake up on time. I mean, he's been asleep forever, and he's going to wake up now. Shadow Ball, one-hit KO. Wow. Man, Jinx is frail. That is a one-hit KO from a non-choice banded Lax. Is it a gimmicky Dugtrio? Is that what we're seeing here? Is Dugtrio going to go for Sub or Protect and effectively kill this Lax via the Parish Song? That might be what we're seeing here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Protect or a Sub here from the Dougie. I don't think it's... yeah, Doug can Earthquake, but it won't kill. And then Body Slam or whatever would probably kill the Dugtrio back. Yes, you do kill the Lax that way because the Parish Song kicks in. But, it's just a flat-out 2-for-1, right? That's bad for Gorgie if that is, in fact, the way this happens. Well, we're waiting. And it is just an Earthquake. That's underwhelming, really. I don't know. I don't get why neither the Jinx nor the Dugtrio have Protect or Substitute or whatever. You would think at least one, if not both of them, have that. The Lax doesn't even die this way. Unless he wants it to, he could just stay in and self-destruct. But hell, if he's got like a Celebi or his own Coon or whatever, he could preserve the Lax here by just switching out. This seems like a really, really bad start for Gorgie. It doesn't feel like he's accomplished much of anything. He's lost 2 pokes, and all he has to show for it is 65% damage on the Lax. That just does not seem good enough. It seems like an attempted gimmick that's just kind of half-baked, that just kind of hasn't come together. And it's Golden Sun taking the time. We don't know the Lax set, so it's harder to know. We don't know his team either, so it's really hard from my seat to know what to do. I think self-destruct is worth a look here, but like I said, if he has like his own like Roar Coon or a Celebi or I guess like a Bliss, something very safe against Coon. Maybe he's got a CM Thunderbolt Rachi. There's a number of things that you could have here. It might be worth preserving the Lax. 35%, it's not in great shape, but it's not useless. And Substitute does predict self-destruct. So, okay, that one goes the way that Gorgie would want it to go, but it's just not a good start overall. It's just a flat-out 2-for-1. 2 pokes dead before Golden Sun even reveals his next poke. It just isn't the start that Gorgie was looking for, and he's definitely behind. So he's going to go to T-Tower, and good prediction for Gorgie. Earthquake on the way in. That also might have simply been aimed at the mag, but hitting the tower works out just as well. The T-Tower does have lefties, so you should not kill Lax here with anything other than, I guess, like a max attack Brick Break. Obviously a crit, but I think the Lax is pretty safe here, and indeed he does just go for the Earthquake. Salmons comes in, so we are looking at a physical or a mixed offense from Golden Sun. Less clear what Gorgie's team is, but is that really all that surprising? He's a pretty creative builder. He builds his own stuff. He uses unconventional things. He's one of those difficult to play against opponents because, I mean, it's Gorgie. He's like, you saw the weird Jinx set. He brings like HP Ice Celebi. He brings Swords Dance past teams. Gorgie definitely is not afraid to stray from the meta and bring some surprise value. Now, granted, he's just flat out behind in this game, whether or not he's got surprise value in the back or not. But I do like watching Gorgie play because of how creative he is. And they're both taking the time here. Golden Sun's clock significantly lower than Gorgie's is at this moment. Not sure who we're waiting on. Might even be both of them. Gorgie probably doesn't want to stay in here. I mean, maybe he also has self-destruct, and we do know that it's a non-choice banded Ment since we did see the lefties. So again, without like a really, really good roll on a brick break, I don't believe that Salmons can kill the Lax here without a crit. But I mean, we know he's got a bulky water. Gorgie does, so he can switch to that without too much trouble, and maybe he's got another Salamence switch as well. That's if the Salamence even stays in, of course. And Zapdos is going to be the answer. Hidden Power Flying is the play. Not very effective, 27%. Zapdos should check it here. Salamence is not as fast as Zapdos, so he's going to be nervous about Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, of course HP Ice. Zapdos does carry that sometimes. Grass probably more common, but Ice is not rare. They have them often enough to where I would not feel comfortable here, even thinking about staying in if I'm Golden Sun. Even trading like Thunder Wave for Rock Slide is probably not worth it, especially given that between the paralysis and the imperfect accuracy, there's a decent shot that the Rock Slide just doesn't hit. You could just get Thunder Wave for nothing. I would think he's got some kind of Zapdos switch here that he's comfortable with. I doubt it was the Lax. The Lax being in the lead position, having self-destruct, is probably not built to last. It's probably not built to be a traditional special wall. He still needs another Rock Resist. Magneton doesn't count, so I mean there could be a Swampert or a Rachi or even a Claydol in the back. I think some of those might be good options worth looking at here. But Golden Sun is definitely not in a rush in this game. He's been using his timer. Just 12 turns in, he's already down from the starting 300 seconds to 90 seconds. Let's make that 60. So yeah, Golden Sun, very methodical here. Wow, and it's not what I expected from either of them. Thunderbolt and Dragon Dance, respectively. The Bolt, I think, was just to generically hit something hard on the switch, but I really doubt he was expecting Dragon Dance there. Gorgie now is going to be in some trouble with the Zapdos. All Mence has to do is click Rock Slide, and Zapdos is dead. So Gorgie here is going to have to look into a switch. He hasn't shown any Rock Resist other than Dugtrio, which absolutely does not count. So I'm not sure what it would be in the back. Not a lot of things seem to fit very well. Again, Gorgie does not subscribe to conventional team building logic, so I mean, it really could be just about anything. Maybe he doesn't even have a Rock Resist that isn't Dugtrio. But yeah, I mean, the problem with anything like a Meta or a Claydol or anything along those lines is that they just don't... It just feels so weak to Skarmory, the whole team. There's a big hidden power and there's a self-destruct. I guess I'm okay with that for Golden Sun. It just, I don't know. I guess the Mence when it's at 55%, maybe it's harder to set it up again. Maybe because it took that hit, he feels like he's not going to have a lot of good opportunities to DD up later. So maybe he felt taking that trade then was better than trying to preserve it. This is what I'm talking about. Do you see what I mean from Zapdos? He's going to go Hidden Power. That's either Hidden Power Fighting or Fire here, both of which extremely uncommon on Zapdos. And it's going to net him a knockout here. He's going to kill the Magneton. I think that's actually probably HP Fighting. I think we might be looking at a Thunderbolt, HP Fighting, Drill Peck, and X, where X is probably a status move. It could be Baton Pass, but Toxic or Thunder Wave both make sense. Either way, even if the Zapdos weren't paralyzed, which it is, Swampert knows that he's safe because it's not HP Grass. Ice Beam is going to take him out, and we've got ourselves a 3-2 situation. Last poke unrevealed for both guys. But Kuhn, absolutely a threat here. It's good against Swampert. It's good against T-Tar. And the fact that he took that much from Earthquake is probably bad for February Stars, I was going to say, because that means it's an offensive Kuhn, which can kill these things, but not when Hydro Pump misses. That is unfortunate and relevant for Gorgie. Had double Hydro Pump connected, Swampert would be dead. T-Tower would not be able to live a +1 Hydro Pump from an offensive Kuhn, and then it would really come down to what the last poke is for Golden Sun. Here comes T-Tower as fodder. There is Hydro Pump. That's gone. And Gyarados, the last poke for February Stars. And of course, conveniently, Zapdos has already been defeated. Dragon Dance, that is not HP Electric. Ice Beam, Fishing for the Freeze, neutral damage. 40% is not a bad chunk, but it is the second Dragon Dancer being busted out for Golden Sun. Oh, they both have big sweepers in the back. We've got a Kingdra for Gorgie as the response. Not what I expected for either guy. Gyarados makes a little more sense, but Kingdra for Gorgie in the back. That makes it interesting here. Presumably going to Rain Dance and become faster with Swift Swim. Who had the higher base speed? I'm not clear. If he goes for Rain Dance, but Golden Sun Dragon Dances again, I think the Gyarados was actually probably faster in the first place, depending on how they both EV'd it. But most likely, with the second Dragon Dance, the Gyarados will actually still be faster than the Kingdra with the Swift Swim. So under that logic, maybe... Kingdra might need the Swift Swim in order to have a chance at beating the Swampert. So I don't know if he goes for Ice Beam here, or if he Rain Dances or what. I guess you can Rain Dance, live a +2 HP flying, and then just get off the Ice Beam and pray for the freeze, because then... if you do kill the Gyarados and the Kingdra does have the rain going, he would still need BS, right? He would still probably need a Hydro Pump crit on the Swampert to kill him. Maybe a Surf crit if there's rain. Golden Sun asking how fast it is. If he doesn't know, he could click it on here. Yeah, no, that really does make it tricky. He's trying to figure out, is he faster after a dance? If the Kingdra, hypothetically, were max speed and max special attack, then after the Rain Dance, the Kingdra would actually be faster. But in a more realistic spread, it probably sits at like 222, the Kingdra, to be faster than Tar, max special attack and the rest in HP, or something along those lines. So here we go. It's a moment of truth. Who's going to be faster here? Is it the Swift Swim Kingdra, who had his speed doubled, or the +2/+2 Gyara, which also effectively has its speed doubled? So it really depends on how the Kingdra chose to invest. Like I said, if he's 252, the Kingdra will actually be faster here. Otherwise, in more normal circumstances where the Kingdra's at 200 or 244 or 222, any of those magic numbers, in any of those cases, the Gyro would actually be faster here. And it looks like the players are having fun with each other. Friendly banter between the two. It's always good to see. Oh boy. What could it possibly be? Might show you something too. Calkin. What could it be? HP Electric. He would just click it, right? There's not really anything to think about. Could it be Dragon Breath? That can't kill, but Dragon Breath would at least give him the chance of the para. What could it possibly have? Hidden Power. What do you got? Oh, geez. Underwhelming. Not even close. Hydro Pump, not even close. It actually looks like a misplay there because he went for the crit, and it was actually better to go for the freeze. Mathematically, the freeze is 10%. The crit is quite a bit lower than that. So it's actually a minor misplay there at the end for Gorgie. He does not have HP Electric. We already knew that. But I think he should have gone for Ice Beam there. Obviously, he would have had to have gotten lucky in order to get out of this regardless. It was only a 10% chance, but it did not get the job done. And Golden Sun is going to defeat another challenger and retain his position as the CALLOUS Fight Night champion. There are only, I think, 2 more weeks left in CALLOUS Fight Night, so we'll see if he can get the job done. TDK and Bad Dummy just starting now for Callous Invitational 4, so that'll be a great set that I'm going to watch in just a moment. Here they are. Let me tag matches real quick. But let me just check out real quick what we're looking at here for a Challenger pool. It would not be Callous Invitational 3, that would be Callous Fight Night. I'm still getting used to the categories in my channel that I implemented recently. All right, let's see what we got here. 15, 21, 25, 29, 33, 36, 39, I believe is what the answer is here. 15, 21, 25, 29, 33, 36, 39. All right. 1 through 39, and the challenger next week, trying to knock off our defending champion Golden Sun, will be number 13, and that is H-Clat. So it is going to be H-Clat next week, taking a trip to the land down under against Golden Sun. Should be wet and wild. They had a round 1 pairing against each other last year in Callous Invitational main event. It's a rematch. I'll see you guys there.